Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Crafty Crow Show. Today's video, we're going to be doing kind of a dual purpose thing. I told you all when I got updates to the history videos here on the Harlan County history videos that I would let you know any new information I got. So a couple of the sites, I've got a couple cool pictures to show you. I've got an update, especially on the coal monument video, that we've got a little more information on to kind of fill in the gaps of what we had. And just keep to my promise that I was going to let y'all know any updates. But the other part of the video is something special. It's something special. Let's get into that first, and then we'll hit the history stuff. But right now, looking at the background, something needs to be added. Here we go. Woo! Happy birthday! No, it's not my birthday. It's not your birthday. Well, it could be your birthday. If it is, happy birthday to you too. But happy birthday to the channel. This marks the 1 year mark since I started YouTube. So this is 1 year since I've had a YouTube channel. You keep staring at my head. I keep that. You can see. Let me get back here where you can see. That's a big hat. So this is either a birthday hat or a dunce cap. You be the judge, dunce cap or birthday hat. But to keep from distracting, we'll take that off. So 1 year that I've had the YouTube channel. So I just want to do a little happy birthday event for this. Now, I've got something else because I'm a fat boy. I couldn't find cupcakes at Food City today. They didn't have any. So, coconut cream pie. Love coconut cream pie. So we'll go with that for our birthday. And we got our one candle for it. But, you know, make do with what you got, right? So anyway, 1 year. I was hoping to get 365 subscribers. Just one a day. And that kind of would make it worth it to me. I had a goal of, and I hit 365. My next goal was 500, and then 750, and then 1,000. Many of you might know, YouTube will pay you for all the ads that you might see on videos and stuff. They pay content creators like me. But to qualify for that program, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So that's what we all strive for, so we can start getting some pay from YouTube and actually be able to buy props or, you know, buy whatever. So that's what I've been striving for, and 1,000 was far ago. I done one video, and by the way, on this video, I'm going to link to all these videos right up here, whichever side that thing pops up on. I'm going to link to the videos that we're talking about so you can go back and look at them and then kind of have the whole story if you've not watched them. So, up here, I think it's up here. There. Oh, I've lost track. I used to be able to remember. Up at the top, I had a video that hit, it's probably pushing close to 500,000 views. It was one of the shorts, you know, just under a minute video. And that thing has skyrocketed. I think, the last check, I had 920 subscribers. Now, my watch time is not there yet because those shorts don't count. But I blew by the 500, 750 marks. I was actually going to do little videos on that to thank everybody. So now we're almost to 1,000. I am still, my head spinning. I'm humbled by it. So I wanted to thank all of you. I want to thank all of you for being with me the past year. All of you that's just come on board. Thank you for subscribing. From the bottom of my heart, this has totally humbled me how many people have subscribed. And I'm glad you're enjoying the content, you know, enjoyed it enough to actually hit the button, subscribe, see what we got to do. So as always, in the comments down here, I do know for sure they're down here. In the comments, talk to me, talk back and forth. If there's something you want to see, any suggestion, if you just want to talk, just whatever, comment. Let's get this thing rolling. I mean, you're just as much a part of this channel as me, and I need your feedback to keep giving you stuff that you want to sit here and watch because you ain't got all day to watch everything. So let me know how I'm doing. Let me know your suggestions or whatever, but absolutely thank all of you all. So we'll eat our cake at the end of the video, but I know you're here to see the history stuff. I just wanted to take this second to tell all of you how much I appreciate what you've done for the channel and how excited I am that this thing is growing like it is. And I hope it keep growing. You know, I hope I keep coming up with new ideas. We get good videos. Thank you. Thank you. So now, having said all that, video and picture number 1.
All right, boys and girls, let's start this show off. So, in this picture here, going along with rail travel in Harlan County, this picture is a picture of the train trestle here at Baxter being built. And this was in 1910 is what this article here says. But this is while they were constructing it. So this was preparing for the rail lines to come up into Harlan. You know, they had to construct all those lines from Pineville. So this was the preparations here. And you can see this cranes and stuff to get those 2 big sections in and everything. Actually, what we'll do, because it's right across from the house, let's go down here and I'll film this live so you can see what it looks like today. So this is all a little hard to see, but let me get under this rail. Built by Virginia Bridge and Iron Company, Roanoke, Virginia, 1910. So this is the bridge we've seen in the picture, and you can probably see there the old stone pillars. So this thing has stood for over 110 years and is still used by the railroad, because we'll get up, there's the view looking toward Harlan, and then if you pan around, that goes into the train yard. You've got the line coming off from the right here that comes out of Cumberland and Lynch and joins up, and then all comes together right there in front of my house, and the interlocking tower, which you can see here above, and goes into the train yard. Well, let's take a look at this other bridge and see when it was actually built. So here, if you can see it, just American Bridge Company, USA, 1926. So this side was in 1926. That might be a good shot for you to see the old bridge on the left and the stone pillars, and then on the right you can see it's just concrete there. But there was a picture of the construction, and here's the actual bridge. I thought y'all might enjoy that. And while we're here, there's one more little thing to look at that I found. The site of the old Baxter train depot was right here, and I never knew that. Let me get you a little farther back for perspective to match up to the next picture I got to show you. So this is about the best I can do for the same shot as that picture. It was taken up on the hill up here behind me, and the depot was here over on the left. And I never knew that. I knew there was a wide spot there, but that's where the Baxter depot was. All right, according to this article from August 13th of 1935. So that was the first depot that L&M built when they extended the line up here. It was right here at Baxter. I thought that was pretty cool. It said the depot along Junction Point from Benham and Lynch and freight going across the mountain into Letcher County was discontinued 2 days ago. So that would have made it August 11th of 1935. And it says this morning a company carpenter completed the order of abandonment. So this is an article with the citizens protesting the closing of that depot because they were already starting to consolidate all these little whistle stop stations into the bigger ones. And I just thought that was cool. We've seen that there. Now we know when it was actually torn down. So it was 1938 when the thing was torn down, and it just didn't exist anymore. And it's been long forgotten, I'd say by a lot of people, that it was there.
Next slide.
Now we come to the RC plant video. I've got 2 pictures here for the RC plant that I had found just looking through some old pictures, or this might have been something Miss Dykes gave me again. And Miss Dykes has an extensive library and history of Harlan, and she was doing kind of a photo dump one day. So luckily I seen it and snatched a bunch of these pictures up. I wish I would have had these for the videos. So you can see there's their trucks. It doesn't say what year, but this had to be early on by the look of the trucks. And the side of this building, in the RC plant video, this would have been the side with that big bay door that we seen, and me holding up and taking a peek in the window and stuff. That would have been the same street, it looks like to me. Then you've got here Beckham Carmichael posted with his Knee-High Bottling Company's machinery that was delivered when his plant opened in 1938. It says here, to the left is the carbonator, and to the right the bottling machine. That's 1938, and there's Mr. Carmichael inside. So that's what the inside of the bottling plant looked like early on. So I thought those pictures would be pretty cool to show you and give you an update on that video.
Next slide.
All right, bringing us around to the train depots of Harlan County video up here in the top right. It took me a second to figure out what this was, and this one was pretty interesting. You can see down at the bottom right, October 20th of 1920 is the date on this picture. Now, let me bring the mouse out in here a little better for you. It took me a second to realize what I was looking at here, but that was the train depot. Because you can see the train cars, and I mean, there was only one way these cars run down through here. I'm guessing originally they built a wooden depot before they built the brick one that we seen in the video. But the opening shots of the video and everything, there's a metal bridge across this now. So if this is the angle that I'm thinking it is, this would be where that footbridge was, and we were standing right in here when we were shooting that video facing the new depot. So there's the creek that I showed you there. The bathhouse would have been right back here. This was the main road right here going up through Lynch. The bathhouse would have been back here out of shot. That was Lynch, and that's what the depot looked like before they built the brick one. So I thought that'd be something cool y'all might like to see too.
Now, prepare to have your mind blown with this information.
Okay, so now the one I guess y'all been waiting for, I don't know. The coal monument video linked up here in the top left. Actually got information, a lot of comments on Facebook from it, and something I forgot to mention in the video, the builders. I'm pretty sure the actual hands-on builders, I think it's pretty much solved. The stonemasons, those Italian stonemasons that had come over for the Lynch projects and all that, were the ones that were likely the ones that carved the blocks out, stacked them up, and built the actual thing. The next bit of information, this was given to me by Mr. Green. Mr. Green is actual full-fledged Harlan County historian. The man knows his stuff. Let's see what Mr. Green says about this. He said this is a scan of a story he clipped from the Enterprise in 1975. Said it was written by Charles D. Cole, who was president of the Harlan National Bank, and probably in his 80s at the time. Said at the time he wrote a number of "Were You There" ads for the bank. We'll go ahead and just read this thing to you while you look, just in case I scroll through it too fast. But were you there when the coal marker was erected at Baxter? Part of its history is as follows. It was built by WPA labor during the Depression. So the Works Progress Administration is what that's talking about. They probably contracted the stonemasons out to build it, is what that's meaning. Now, here's some of the conflicting stories. The coal was donated by the High Splint Coal Company. Everything that I've always heard in the stuff that I researched, it was from the different coal operators in the whole county. This article is saying it was donated by High Splint. The mine at High Splint was the sole donator of the coal, which it was a big mine at the time. So I don't know which way to go on that one. We'll just take this for what it is. Here it talks about the high splint seam of coals, high quality, but it's hard and blocks well. Even though it possesses all these qualities, it has a tendency to turn gray with exposure to the weather, and this is not good. So for years, the Kiwanis Club had it painted with black paint and varnish, with the cement mortar being painted in white, which means the Kiwanis took care of it, made sure, and that's probably one reason it's still in the shape that it's in. They took good care of it and kept that coal from deteriorating. I thought this was funny. Recently, when Fred Howard was president of the Harlan Kiwanis Club, he was approached by a representative of the Highway Department with the suggestion that it be removed. Fred's answer was brief and to the point: over my dead body. With all this on-again, off-again confusion about the bypass, it might not occasion much surprise to wake up some morning and find it sitting on Sookie Ridge. So I guess when they were building the new road and building Sookie Ridge and everything, there was probably some discussion about moving it to a new intersection, and everybody was fighting to leave it where it was. And then it tells how much coal sold per ton and stuff at the time. And it says here at the bottom, how do I know about the coal marker? I was there. Boss Perkins and I were responsible for it. How many lives have been saved by this marker? Nobody knows. If one life's been saved, it's worth the effort. Okay, this is a scan of a book. Mr. Green says this is a scan of a section on Harlan County from Kentucky. The name of the book is Kentucky, A Guide to the Bluegrass State, from the American Guide series, compiled and written by the Federal Writers Project of the Works Progress Administration in 1939. So this was written in 1939. It's just got one little sentence about the monument in it, but this is kind of gave us like a self-guided tour, I guess would be the best thing to compare it to. They could buy this and take a road trip and just explore these roads, and they get a little information on the towns they're going through. So you can see here, it says at Baxter, mile marker 134.5, is a monument 12 feet high made of blocks of coal from the 45 mines in Harlan County. So here's where our conflict comes in. If the WPA constructed it, or, hired the labor and stuff, they were part of it, they would know. But this other article that somebody that was there and had stuff to do with the Kiwanis said that it was just high splint mine. You're going to have to come with your own conclusion of that. I don't know. And I've not been able to discuss it with Mr. Green to see what his thoughts were, because he would probably have better thoughts than I was. So now on to the grand finale, the big one I want to show you. We have a picture of the coal marker. This is from the late 1930s, Mr. Green says. It appeared in a supplement to the Enterprise published by the Catania Corporation around 1938 or 1939. So this is not too long after it was built. And if we ever done like a full restoration on it, or even the next time that it gets updated, I think it would just be cool to do this and put it back to its original state. So here we go. Here's the picture that I've been waiting to show you. Now, I hope I can get this blown up where you can see it real good, but this was the coal monument then. It still got its post out of the top, but nothing on it. So who knows? I seriously, I really do think that was a lightning rod, guys. I really do. They would have thought this thing was tall enough it needed a lightning rod, because they figured if lightning struck it, might would have caught on fire. So I'm going with it's a lightning rod, honestly. So you've got that on top, and then there's the base of what it originally looked like. So you can see, you've got the concrete there. You can't tell from this picture if you can see the angle iron or not. You would have had the bridge right here, and you can see a sign right here that was probably for the bridge. This was over, before the bypass. You didn't have the bridge or anything back there in the way. This is what the hillside looked like. And houses across the river. The river would have been right in here. And there it is. You've got, it's a road marker. That's, we decided that's what it was. It's a road marker. So there's your road marker with all of your directional signs. They painted it right onto that big white concrete base. And I think this is awesome. I had never seen this picture, and never would have imagined. We're used to seeing metal signs all over the place nowadays. I had never thought that they would have painted anything on it. So this side here would have been facing toward town. So you can see Cumberland and Benham, Lynch, and Whitesburg. It's got you staying to the right. Then Wallins, Pineville, Barberville, and I think this is Middlesboro would have been left. So when you was coming out of Harlan, you would have took a left to go to Wallins and Pineville. And then looking at it from this way, Harlan, Ages, Everett, and Pennington Gap was all this way. And then Appalachian, Norton, Hazard, and Jenkins would have all been, the same route that Cumberland, Benham, and stuff was.
So I hope that got you a little more updated on everything we've done before. Like I said, that's stuff that I just have learned afterward. Mr. Green was a big help on the coal monument, giving his information. The one picture with the sign was cool. That might be the sign everybody thought it was, but that was a very cool picture. All those pictures were, to me, the trucks down there at the RC plant and stuff. That was all pretty cool. So that's the stuff I found since I posted those videos. So I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you liked this video. And again, 1 year, guys. 1 year, we've done amazing things, and I have totally just been amazed at what we've done. So each video, I'm hoping I'm getting better with my quality and my content and interaction with the camera. All that stuff has took time to get used to, and my editing skills. But thank you all. Let's light our candle. Get it up here, we can see me light the candle. Happy birthday, Crafty Crow Joe. Remember, love one another as the good Lord tells you. We'll see you guys in the next video while I go eat this pie.